Hey, Dr. Tom Preston coming to you today, and I want to share with you the absolute key to helping people understand how big of a service you offer as a chiropractor, right? If you're getting value out of these videos, we sure would love for you to just subscribe, hit the bell, notifications they come, you get first notification of when they come out. Simple makes it simple into your inbox. So what is the key to being a doctor in the world today of any form? And we know that as doctors, our main form is to educate. And so there's lots of amazing things that we could educate people about, right? I mean, we can educate people about the basics of life, like food, air, water, and otherwise, right? We know that exercise is important. But the question is, what's the main priority for you as a chiropractor to educate them about? Well, I would offer that your main priority is to just look at, again, and go back to basics. And this is a very simple demonstration that I used with practice members for years and years. And they get it. They get it on a big level. So let's just look at some of those basics that we talked about. How long can you go without food? Well, I would say most of us can go weeks, some maybe even longer. How long can you go without water? Days. How many minutes, hours, days can you go without oxygen? Well, now we're down to minutes. So we've gone from weeks, very important substance of life, to days with water, to now we've gone down to minutes with air. But what about energy? What about nerve flow? How long can you live without that? Zero. Goose egg. Technically, that life spark, whatever that essence is that's within us, that it travels over and through our nerve system amongst maybe other conduction pathways, the difference between a living being and a corpse is in fact that lack of energy, that lack of life spark, right? So when the energy goes to zero, you as a living being go to zero. And just communicating that in the way that makes sense to you using your voice, your words, is such a simple concept and helps practice members understand really quickly why it's so important to get their nerve systems checked, corrected, and maintained, and also why they should be referring in their friends and family in order to get checked. Because again, it's quite a simple thing. Now, let me talk about this a little bit more from the doctor perspective, okay? As a doc, there's lots of important things you can teach people, right? We can teach people about the benefit of, again, proper nutrition. We can talk to people about the benefit of exercise and stretching. We can talk to people about the benefits of supplementation. We can talk to people about, and is there a value to things like massage and physiotherapy and other allied professionals that can help people function better and feel better. Well, there's no question that those things are beneficial. But the question, Doc, is which is the highest priority? Which is the thing that's going to make the biggest difference to your practice members the quickest? And all we got to do, again, is go back to basics here, right? Now, I'm going to simplify a concept just to keep this video relatively straightforward. But if you'd like to talk to me more about this, don't, just reach out to us here in the comments below. But let's look at some basics. People in the chiropractic profession used to talk about, how bones move and stuff, right? Well, that theory is a little bit dated, but let's even look at the basic physiology and anatomy. Bones only do what muscles tell them to do. But muscles only do what nerves tell them to do. So which is the priority here, you guys? Focusing on the bones? Focusing on the muscles? Or focusing on the nerves? To me, it's common sense in basic anatomy physiology. You focus on optimizing nerve function first. And once you've got nerve function optimized, then going in and looking at some of those other amazing things like stretching and exercises and massage therapy or physiotherapy, whatever. I mean, those are all valuable tools. But the question is, what is the priority? Because when you're just going back to basic science, as I said, I mean, that just makes sense. But also in the eyes of your clients, your practice members, if you're talking about optimizing nerve function, but you're also giving them stretches and exercises, and they're getting, rub downs, and they're getting this, modality or that modality, they're getting supplementation. In the eyes of the consumer, they're confused because they don't know what actually helped them. And what happens then is that the ripple effect of this is that people don't see the value of what it is you're doing in your adjustments. And as a ripple effect to that, like I talked to my daughter today, who's a relatively new grad, been out less than a year, and I said, what's the biggest problem your classmates are having, the new graduates? And she said, 100%, Dad, they're having problems with retention. They don't know how to retain clients. Well, you don't know how to retain clients because you're probably not educating them properly, because you're not getting the sequence right. You're not talking about the primacy of the nerve system. You're not allowing people to see what you do. So what I would advocate for is that for that first period of time, for your first progress exam, your main priority is in optimizing nerve function. Once you can see, and hopefully you're doing a series of validation tests and SEMGs or DTGs or heart rate variability or whatever else you're doing to validate that you're actually making corrections to the nerve system, once you have that piece moving on, then calling in the cavalry and doing, massage or physiotherapy or other modalities or whatever, adding supplementation, whatever. I mean, that just makes common sense, but you're not going to confuse the consumer. So again, one of the very big keys that I've found as a practicing chiropractor for over 30 years and as a professional coach consultant now for over 25, make sure that you're educating people properly about the primacy of the nerve system. Again, if you're enjoying this video, please hit the subscribe button. We'd love to hear from you. Leave some comments below and enjoy the rest of your day.